Hello everybody. I am in Algonquin Park now. For 10 days. Oh, I have no sense of urgency today. I feel so relaxed. I feel so happy to be here. I don't think it's fully sunk in how long I'm going to be here, but yeah. So, follow along. It should be a good trip. Just getting relaxed. Wind's picking up a bit. I made it to Burnt Island. It's 150. I'm double carrying the portages though, so I'm not surprised it took me a little bit of a long time. Not too many people in the park. I was really surprised. When I pulled up to Canoe Lake, there was lots of parking left, which has not been the case the past few times that I've come. So, yeah. More people leaving than there are people going in. Super happy to be here. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get halfway up the lake and then stop for eat lunch and have a late lunch and find some firewood, blah blah blah. You know what the drill is. This is good. I need the solitude. I guess I'm not totally solo. I got Bradley. Just enjoying the little bit of sun that's come out. I've been craving this solitude for a while. Really looking forward to it. I have, there's 2 days where I don't have to travel. So I have 2 bad weather days. Yeah, but every other day I'm traveling, unless I can't, obviously. But the forecast looks pretty good. There's some rain coming later on in the week. I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is kind of rainy days. Today's threatening rain, but it hasn't happened yet, so pretty lucky. And it's nice. It's got to be, it said it's going to get up to 18 degrees today, so yeah, really nice. -1 on the nights. So that's not bad. I got a really warm sleeping bag for me and the dog. Yeah. So I guess I'll check back in when I get to a campsite that I like. The wind really started to pick up. So I just pulled over at this campsite. I'm getting kind of hungry. It's 2:30, so maybe grab some lunch right now. I'm not sold on this campsite, but I'm also not interested in paddling in this schmeggy weather. The dog was getting kind of tripped out, so I didn't want him to, you know, in choppy water. And it looks like there's some weather coming in. So, yeah, this is not the best option, but it's the safe option. Anyway, here's the campsite. It's pretty flat. It's got a good fireplace. Nowhere to really set up a tarp if near the fireplace, but whatever. Okay, just gonna make some lunch and get some food for the dog. Bradley found a mouse's hole. Anyway, yeah, it's 3 o'clock now and the wind isn't really dying down, so I don't really see a point of waiting it out any longer. I'll just stay here at this site tonight. It's all right. There's lots of firewood that I saw that I can process, and the view ain't bad. And there's a little bench here right by the water to enjoy the view. So I don't think there'll be much of a sunset tonight anyway, but yeah, I'm tired from, you know, I've been up since, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning. Go. So yeah, this ain't such a bad site. It's not the best site that I've been to, but it's definitely not the worst. So yeah, time to do camp chore stuff. So I think I'm gonna set the tent up right there. I think that's my tent spot for the night. Looks like that's where people have been doing it, so yeah. And then I gotta go find some firewood. I don't need a lot, but yep, I don't need a lot, so I'm pretty pooped. I'll probably have an early night. So this might be the first campsite in Algonquin I've ever come to that doesn't have a grill. Nowhere to be found. There's usually like at least 3. I don't understand it. Anyway, so I gotta figure something else out to cook my steak in. I'm thinking I might try and fry it up in this thing. Just over the coals. I don't mind cooking steak just straight on the coals, but in Algonquin, in these fire pits where, you know, teenagers have been peeing in them all summer, not a chance. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I'm glad I stayed here. I don't want to cross that. Hopefully the wind dies down. That's why I haven't been really filming all that much. The wind is so bad. Anyway. So I crammed the steak in this little metal pan. This was supposed to be for the dog food, but good thing I brought it. And I'm using my multi-tool for pot grips, so hopefully this works. I think it will. I bet you Bradley's going to be happy about having a little bit of steak flavor with his dinner. Aren't you, boy? Aren't you? He's on patrol. There's a lot of squirrels and chipmunks around that need some straightening out, and Bradley's on the job. Right, Bradley? Doing a good job? Yeah, I have a beer today. I know I said I was going to cut out drinking a lot, and I know my stomach isn't feeling that great, but I brought 2 beers for this trip, and yeah, one for tonight, special occasion, my vacation. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna do a close up, but pretty delectable. And I lost half my beer. Sadness. That brings me that is an amateur move right there. I caught it in midair, it almost fell right off the table. Amateur hour over here. Beer tastes really different after you take a break from it. Like, this has always been my good go-to beer, but it tastes totally different than what I remember. It tastes like more fruity or something. I don't know. Totally weird. Alright guys, this wind is driving me nuts. I don't even know what it's doing to the mic, but it's probably annoying to listen to. So, I'm gonna cut it out. And yeah, check back in after I'm done eating. Hopefully it's done by then. The wind, I mean. Well guys, I am beat. So is the dog. Yeah, I think I'm just going to sit by the fire here and let it die down and then head to bed. So, yeah, call this a night. Day 1 of it. Day 1 down in the books. 9 more to go. It's just hard to film with all this wind. It's still going nuts. I hope it dies down soon. I have a hard time sleeping in the wind. But anyway, it is what it is. Good night. Everybody. It's 8:10 in the morning. We got up at around 7:30. Slept all right. I kind of laid in bed till, I don't know, about 11 before I fell asleep. And the wind would die down completely, and then it would pick up, and then it would die down, and every time it picked up, I kind of took me out of my sleep. And at one point in the night, Bradley over there, in his infinite wisdom, took all of his, I guess he moved, but he took all of his blankets off and started shivering. So I had to wake up and fix him up again. Anyway, pretty cold morning. the wind has changed direction. So before it was a tailwind, now I gotta go against the wind up, I don't know, however far I'm going. Not a big deal. Not too much, I don't think I have too far to go today, but it is, it's like 5 portages. One of them being about I think 790. And with the double carry, hopefully I've lightened the pack enough that I can strap it to the top and do a single carry. But I think with the double carry, it's going to be a long day of trekking. You already had your breakfast. Hopefully the wind dies down by lunchtime. Not lunch, launch. By the time I get into the canoe and I'm done here. Not a cloud in the sky today. Blue skies. On the water. It's 10 o'clock. A little later than I'd like to have started off, but it's okay. Not too bad, but the lake is a little choppy. I think it might just be from previous nights. So like I said, today is 5 portages. One of them's a pretty big one. And I still have to double carry. I haven't lost enough volume out of my food bag to be able to cinch it to the top of my gear bag. So that's alright. Just take our time. We're in no rush. Funny that now I'm having a headwind and I'm going deeper into the park. Usually I have the headwind coming out of the park, especially on this lake. I've never seen a wind going towards Canoe Lake on Burnt Island. Because the wind always goes north. Anyway. Now look at the lake. Calm as a cucumber. So like I said, I'm double carrying, so I just did the backpacks and now I just came back to get my canoe. It's turning out to be a pretty good day. It was really cold this morning, but the sun's out full blast and it's warming up nice, so yeah. I can't believe how calm the lake has just got. It looks beautiful. So I'm on the second last portage for today, day 2. That was really hard, double carrying everything. And then at one of the portages, I left my GoPro. So I went through that portage, got to the next portage, realized I didn't have my GoPro, and raced back to find it. Man, what a day this has been. It's like 20 to 4 right now. And it's 20 to 4 right now. I don't have too much further to go. But I think once I get to big trout, I'm going to take the first island site that I come to. And then my dog's pulling me. Bradley, can you stop? Just walk with me. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, and hopefully the wood situation is okay there, but if not, I haven't had lunch today, so I can just eat my lunch, which is you know, just the sandwiches, and maybe have find some twigs to fire up the twig stove. So maybe there's no fire tonight. I'm okay with that. But yeah, it's kind of hard doing filming and walking, so I'll catch up in a bit. Okay, made it to Big Trout Lake. It is 4:17. I have about 2 hours of light left, so I'm just gonna get out onto the lake. I'm still in the creek a little bit, but this creek opens up to the lake. And it's really shallow here. Yeah, once we get out onto the lake, I'll fill up my water bottle, drink some much needed water. I haven't been drinking enough water through the creek. I've just been go, go, go. But I'm a little more relaxed now, knowing that I have 2 hours left and I'm on the lake that I need to be. Going back, hopefully I'll have emptied my food bag enough that this will not be a repeat of that. But yeah, so I double carried, oh man, 2 of those portages were over 700 meters. And then I think there was a 300, a 200, and a 100, I think. Something like that. And then having to go back to one of the portages for my GoPro. My arms are shot too. What a day. Today was a slog. The last people I passed was on otter slide, big otter slide. They were just coming off the creek. They were doing the first portage of the series that I did of the creek. And anyway, I haven't seen anybody since then. So I might finally be alone. There was a few people on Burnt Island. There was one person on the campsite directly across from me. I didn't really notice them until nighttime, and I saw their fire flickering. So, yep. I'd be surprised if I saw anybody else. the rest of this trip. Maybe when I come back the other way next weekend, I'll see some people. Okay, here we are. See the big lake opening up. And this is a big lake. Big trout in my canoe. Still have a little bit of that headwind. I'm okay with not having a campfire tonight, but I hope there's enough twigs lying around that I can boil some water either tonight, definitely for the morning. I'll need it for my oatmeal. Tonight I can just have sandwiches. I don't mind having a hot dinner. I'm so wiped out. I'm probably just gonna smoke a pipe and go to bed, to be honest. I'm anxious to get to a campsite. The smart thing would have been, well, yesterday I kind of played it safe by coming off the lake. If I had gone all the way to the end of Burnt Island, I would have shaved an hour off today's paddle because I had a headwind coming up, and it would have only been 320 right now, not 420. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shouldn't think like that, right? Deal with what you got. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for where I am right now. Bradley is being amazing. I think I love him more, if that's even possible. He's been such a good boy today. Yeah, this wind is picking up again. What a bummer. I think there's an island site just around the corner. Hopefully it's not taken. And I'm just gonna pull in there. Campsite on an island right there. I think that's a campsite. Which looks promising. Let's do it. Part of me wants to push for another hour, but that's really leaving me absolutely no time to do camp chores, set up camp, you know, hang bear bag. Yeah, so I made it to this island site. It's pretty nice. There is some wood here already. And I saw some other places where there's twigs and stuff. So I think I'll have enough for a twig stove. And I might even have enough for a regular fire tonight, which will be sweet. And there's a little log book here that I'm going to look through. Check that out. But for now, it's camp chores. I'm gonna find a good spot for the tent, which I think is gonna be right here. There's no widowmakers. Yeah, I'm gonna set up the tent right about here, and yeah, should be a good night. And I have lots of time too. I've got, let's see. Yeah, I got about 2 hours to do stuff before the sun goes down. So, stressing out for no reason. Yeah. Yeah, I think I should be good for a fire tonight, and there's lots of sticks and twigs and stuff for a twig fire in the morning. So yeah, we're good. We're golden. It's beautiful. Life is good. Shut up. Do stuff. So yeah, I've just been set up the tent, set up the bear bag, and I've just been trying to gather some firewood. Someone cut this down, but it's still green. Someone cut down a live tree. So, yeah, I mean, is there even a point to wasting energy is there even a point to wasting energy cutting that up? Anyway, so I've collected this. I found one big branch hanging in a tree, and I'm going to see if I can't pull it down with a rope. And that should be more than enough. Yeah, that'll make me happy. That'll be a good score if I can get that. Actually, I don't know how well the camera's catching. Oh, it's catching that okay. Yeah, so that branch right there, I'm going to try and throw a rope over there and see if I can't pull it down. Get out of the way, B. Go on. Go. Nice. So close. Yeah, I'm not gonna try that anymore. The piece that came down was pretty punky, and I've thrown it a couple more times and whatever. It was a good idea. But yeah. So I think I'll just make do with what I have. I'm running out of daylight fast, and I'll just boil up some water, and I think I have enough wood to boil a kettle of water to make my meal. So that's what I'm going to do. fire. I did cut a couple of those green pieces just to see if I can't turn them into coals, and hopefully have a little bit of heat. Those few logs that I cut off the green tree there actually really helped. They're not whatever. It's enough of a fire for now. My water's boiled. I'm just waiting for the food to rehydrate. And yeah. What a crazy day. I think I hyped myself up a little bit too much about not, I don't know. I just panicked a little bit when I saw how long it was taking me to do all of those portages. But yeah, I could have just relaxed. There's still lots to do, but after I eat my dinner, I can brush my teeth and hang the bear bag, and I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm exhausted. Tonight for dinner, it's let me see. Tonight on the menu, we have pepper beef with rice. Beef with red and green bell peppers combined with seasoned rice in a light black pepper. Sounds good enough. I think this is one of the ones that have the highest calorie count too. I just reached in my bag and just pulled out whatever. I wasn't picky. I'm starving. I'm gonna go look at that journal. Let's see. It says, Thursday, 6th August 2020. We found this notebook and pen on the island. We believe it was left by the campers before us. Feel free to add your own message and hope that it finds its owner, but with lots more tales of adventure. We are a couple from Manchester, UK, and Guelph on our first portage trip. We hate portaging. Canoeing and camping on lakes like this make it worthwhile. Pleasure Isle, Big Trout Lake. So I guess that's what the name of this campsite is, Pleasure Isle. Aw, look at this. This is, I guess, who it belongs to. Can you read it? Why isn't it focusing? Look at that writing. It says, June 2nd, 2019, Sunday, at Kensington Market. Got a notebook, a lead pen, and something else. He or she Look at this. So cute. So this was some kid's little doodle notebook. That's cute. I'll leave a little message in it, maybe tomorrow morning. Let's check my meal. This did not reconstitute well at all. Little watery. Maybe I put too much water in it. Let's see. It's alright. Got that weird freeze-dried beef thing going on, like little pieces of sponge. It's still a little too hot to eat, so I'm going to leave it for another minute. That's a lot better. Yeah, guys, I'm crashing hard, so I'm just gonna finish this up and go right to bed.